Hey, have you been assigned to teach English in your military unit just because you speak some English? Don't worry, I will tell you what the instructor text says about it. Just be open-minded and enthusiastic, and everything else comes easy. So let's begin. The American Language Course is an English language program designed for students who need to understand and communicate in English in vocational or professional contexts. Its books are intended for intensive language instruction. In the ALC, grammar and vocabulary are taught and explained thoroughly, and all four language skills are developed systematically. Each of the 6 ALC levels builds on the previous one to develop basic skill in the areas of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The course employs traditional methods of language teaching as well as more recently developed communicative approaches. Dialogue, student-centered activities, audio and video recordings, computer-delivered interactive multimedia, instruction, and other supplemental materials enhance the instruction. Each book is designed for approximately 30 hours of classroom teaching. The books are made to be used in sequence, and each book builds on the preceding one to promote cumulative language acquisition. The ALC incorporates 4 components of language learning and its curriculum: vocabulary, grammatical structures, language functions, and skills. The lessons present vocabulary, individual words as well as phrases that the learner needs to understand and use in order to communicate effectively in English. Vocabulary is presented in contexts appropriate for learners studying in professional and vocational environments. The ALC's program also includes military topics and specific military vocabulary. This significant features sets the ALC apart from other language curricula. Grammar is carefully and systematically sequenced so that the learner continually builds on previous acquired knowledge. The structures presented are forms of language learner needs to master in order to speak and write standard English. Grammar charts and tables help to direct the learner's attention to significant information. Illustrations elucidate difficult grammar points. Speakers of a language community use language functions when they interact with one another. Activities in this book emphasize interactional strategies for communication that a foreigner or a second language learner must master in order to perform in the target language with competence and self-assurance. These include initiating, maintaining, and closing conversations, communicating and responding to intentions, wishes, and beliefs, and behaving appropriately in face-to-face interaction. In each lesson, exercises targeting the process of communication rather than linguistic production teach learners how to successfully communicate in English. By focusing on the acquisition of language functions, students develop the ability to use the same interactional skills that native speakers use, and they learn to manage their own conversations in the target language. Exercises working with language and academic skills are also interspersed throughout the lessons. These aim to develop an increased proficiency in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The material allows students to develop practical academic skill universal to any language situation and appropriate for future vocational or academic writing. So in this case, you just hook into the channel through playlist. There you will find some military vocabulary. What else? Maybe you may find even the 30 books of the ALC, the American Language Course. You will find them. You will find them there. And they are explained in Spanish. Why? Why in Spanish? Well, the explanation is in Spanish because English. You got English abundantly in your hands. So please check the channel and see if there's something good for you. In this case, teaching material will be good for you. Why? Because sometimes you are assigned to teach your soldiers, your people, and just because you speak English. So you need some rules to follow, some rules to observe. And this is the time for you to listen to me. And it may help. It may help. That's my wish. But anyway, keep connected and see you then.